Hi, I'm Charlie.
Hi, I'm Will.
Hi, I'm Sarah. We're Flowertruck.
You're watching the AU review.
Well, welcome to Big Sound.
Thank you.
This kind of seems to cap off a pretty major year for you guys. Not so much in terms of your output, but just in terms of changes.
No, we haven't done anything. No.
You just wait. It's all coming. It's all coming
I
at
swear,
you.
You know?
Well, the year started pretty much with almost like a restart of the band with the new signing, re-releasing the Dirty EP.
Yeah.
What did getting signed to Spunk change for the band?
Aaron approached us and whispered in our ears, "I hope you like money," and that's sort of been it. Yeah, we've just been going with that. Following
What did
Spunk
we say
around.
to that? We said, yeah, we did it.
I think we laughed giggled nervously.
Yeah.
We said, yeah.
No, we're really happy that Aaron got behind it. I suppose, he can just kind of take us to that next level and, put our EP out to where we want it to be.
They're our dream label as well.
Yeah.
They're very relaxed and easygoing with stuff, and it means we get to release the best album we can do whenever we want. So.
And releasing Dirt on Spunk just kind of sounds right. It
It does.
There's a nice ring to it.
That's it. Make sure Google Safe Search is on when you type that in. Tell you why.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
You have been hunkered down on the Central Coast working on new material.
Yeah.
You mentioned that there's some stuff around the corner. How has that been going? How has kind of working on new material been working out?
It's been really good. We've worked it all out. We've got the album all sort of tracked and ready to go. There's a few more little blemishes. We've got
little garnishes we got to kind of sprinkle on.
got to burn the lemon zest over the top.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
but
the
it's
lavender.
been in the oven, We've just got the garnishes on the top now. It's good. It was good to get away.
That's actually the name of the album. It's been in the oven.
Yeah. It's good to get away. Good to go away for 4 days to the Grove. It's nice to kind of have the disconnect.
You go crazy in Sydney a little bit.
Yeah, the distractions, when you're recording, kind of, it sounds a bit crazy.
It's crazy how much just going out to get food takes up like 2 hours of recording time. It's like, oh man, I thought we'd be eating less bacon egg rolls and writing more songs, but instead,
It was a 50-50 split.
50 split. Yeah.
It was awesome. We had the kitchen literally about 10 steps away from the recording studio.
Yeah, it was great.
And the bedrooms. So it was just wake up, pajamas, fry up the bacon and eggs, record. It was a dream.
If anything, I'm more worried about going mad with power. That's going to happen sooner rather than later. Yeah.
So are you working towards a full length at this point?
Yeah.
We recorded 10 tracks on the album.
It's going to be 10.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Does Dirt give an indication of what we're going to hear on it, or are you guys throwing shit on its head?
Yeah. It does. It's going to sort of be like a mixture between. It's about getting the recorded stuff to sound like our live stuff, to also sound like our dream recorded stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
No challenge there.
I think
no challenge.
That's what we seem to people we were obviously responding to really well. Was our sort of our live show, and so that was the goal, was to kind of capture that in recorded format. I think we did. There's a lot of yelling on the album. Should be good.
And I suppose with the EP, it was like those 5 songs in the EP were so long ago. It's crazy when you think about how much time has passed and how we can kind of harness the ideas we've had over the past year. And also there's a few on the album that are new, like really new. Which feels good as well because it's fresh as well. It's not.
There was one. There's one on there. Maybe you can pick it when it comes out eventually. Is that we wrote it like the week before, the week going into it, and we were like, and we came out of it going, fuck, that might be the best song we've ever made.
Thank God you're about to do an album.
You can swear, you're fine. When do you think we might hear it? Do you think?
I think it's going to be next year.
Maybe January or February?
It's going to be first quarter next year.
Cool,
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's when our stocks will go up.
You mentioned with the trying to sound like a live show. Having seen you quite a few times over the last few years, it's you have grown so much as a live band, and you're so much tighter and so much more. I don't want to say rehearsed, but you go up there and
we rehearse now. Yeah.
You seem to know what you're doing now.
That's true. Yeah.
What does that in itself influence the fact that you can have that confidence to go in and write a song in a day and put that together for something that you're really proud of?
I think we've always, I don't know, I think we've always been good at, I don't say good at writing songs, but it's always been came quite naturally to us. I think playing shows and stuff, someone else take over.
Do you know what? There's two halves of the thing. There's the live, playing live muscle.
Yeah.
We were doing like 4 shows a week at one point.
We were flexing that pretty hard.
We were going crazy.
Yeah.
And then there was the recording muscle, and we're just starting to flex that now.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be nice and taut by the time this album comes out.
Oh yeah. You should see us do calf. See us do calf lifts. It's great. Yeah. But no, I think it definitely like playing all those live shows is there's nothing better than that, as you know, getting a band tight for sure,
and also helping you know what you want to sound like when you actually do sit down and record it.
And also, as far as it affecting the writing process, I mean, like it's one hell of a way to get to know the rest of your band when you're playing live with them so many times, and just know how people work and kind of. So you know, once we did get into writing, we knew exactly how we could totally fuck with that and put everyone under heaps of pressure and really make an album.
So this is date 2 of your Big Sound tour.
Yeah.
It started out with the King Street Crawl over the weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see you at the Crawl. I actually didn't get to see any bands at the Crawl.
What happened?
Were you there?
I was there, but it was
Did
just
you get arrested by the police at Botany?
Oh yeah. with Skeggs.
Yeah.
It was just one of those days where I didn't actually get to see any music. I just kept missing anyway.
Yeah, you were all Crawl.
It's a bit like that. You walk 5 minutes down King Street and run into someone.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then they
chat.
drag you somewhere where there's no music.
Yeah.
But what that struck me was, you know, as someone who's lived in Sydney the majority of his life, it's like, wouldn't it be great to have something like that every fucking weekend?
Yes, totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the ideal scenario for any sort of city, right? Like,
probably not great for your body.
No.
But
You go to Williamsburg, you go to
Yeah.
in New York, and you go to these places, and that's what it's like.
Exactly.
London and New York and even LA, you know, it's like every night of the week is almost like that in some of those places.
Yeah, it was really refreshing to like be reminded of how many good bands are in Sydney, and just how many new bands are popping up. Good new bands. It's nice to be reminded with big events like that.
Yeah.
It's, you know, as opposed to having a weekend where you're kind of like, oh, what is going on? Like you feel a bit not disheartened, but it's nice. It's
really good.
Yeah. Nice
Especially with all the lockout law bullshit, it's kind of
If Hamish was here, he'd talk you off about that.
Hamish ran off to
He's an advocate.
to a meeting, but
to an accountant.
maybe it's good he's not here because he would be talking. This would be an interview about the lockout.
It's the start and end with the lockout laws.
Which is great. Hamish is passionate.
Yeah, it was
King
Street Crawl was really exciting. I think it kind of relit a lot of people's fire for Sydney music, and as far as like you know, the lockout laws, sure, people are getting affected in different ways and stuff by it, but it kind of was a reaffirmation of the fact that Sydney is still pulling through with live music.
Yeah.
Despite any setbacks.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and the lockout laws aren't repressing live music. You know, everyone's just kind of finding ways to power on through. And, you know.
Well, guys, can't wait to hear what comes next from you musically and otherwise.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us today.
Cheers, thank you.